This video is going to focus on the Understanding HIV/AIDS section, which we can select from the green menu bar at the top of the page. This section is divided into 4 areas: fact sheets, infographics, glossary, and Awareness Day pages. Let's start with fact sheets. This is a good source for finding quality information to provide to patients. This page is further divided into the areas of overview, prevention, treatment, side effects of meds, pregnancy, specific populations, HIV opportunistic infections, co-infections and conditions, and living with HIV. Let's look at one of the fact sheets. Let's select Just Diagnosed, Next Steps After Testing Positive for HIV. We can see that this information was last reviewed on February 6, 2018. At the very beginning, it tells us that testing positive for HIV often leaves a person overwhelmed with questions and concerns. It's important to remember that HIV is a manageable disease that can be treated with HIV meds. This fact sheet goes on to talk about the next steps after testing positive, describing what an HIV baseline evaluation is, providing some questions that can be asked of healthcare providers, talking about lab tests, and resources to find more information. In the lower right corner of the screen, we'll see a large green and white arrow. Clicking on this takes us back to the top of the screen. In the upper right, we see that this page is available in both English and Spanish. And looking at the sidebar menu, we see that it can easily be printed and given to patients. And let's return to the main Understanding HIV/AIDS page. Now let's look at the section on infographics. This provides very nice graphics that can be printed and displayed in your offices or clinics. Let's look at HIV and AIDS, what's the difference? We see that this was last reviewed in February 2017. This infographic can be printed or downloaded, and we see those options at the bottom of the graphic. And it can also be enlarged. Let's use the green and white arrow to again go to the top of the screen. All infographics can be displayed in English or Spanish. Let's return to English, and let's again return to the main Understanding HIV/AIDS section. Now let's look at Awareness Day pages. There are a number of HIV-related awareness days throughout the year. Let's look at the National HIV Testing Day, which is June 27th. Linking here provides more information that may be helpful if you want to promote this particular awareness day. It also includes information on HIV testing. Let's go back again to the main Understanding HIV/AIDS page. Now let's view the glossary. The glossary can be searched or browsed. I'm going to select the letter D and look for dendritic cell. Selecting that from the glossary provides a definition as well as audio for pronunciation. Additionally, the AIDS Info Glossary is available as an app to be used on your mobile device. It can also be downloaded in both English and Spanish. This concludes the video on the Understanding HIV/AIDS section of AIDS Info.